In today's episode, coaching is not mandatory. Hello, coaches. Welcome back to another episode of Coach Better Quick Tips. My name is Kim Cafino, and I worked with hundreds of teachers, coaches, and leaders in schools around the world through my courses, consulting, mentoring, and membership to help them create thriving and sustainable instructional coaching programs. And I'm on a mission to help you coach better. Wherever you are in your coaching journey, we can support you. Are you ready to take your next step? Get a tailored list of Coach Better resources designed specifically for your experience to help you coach better today. Take our free quiz at coachbetter.tv/quiz to learn more. Today, we're talking about the importance of coaching being voluntary. This is a highlight from one of my favorite episodes from a previous season featuring Kaitlyn Pettinga, who at the time of recording was assistant middle school principal at the International School of Panama. Kaitlyn is also a member of ACES, the Association for the Advancement of Instructional Coaching in International Schools. What I love about this clip is how clearly Kaitlyn defines the structure of their divisional leadership team and how the coach and administrators work together. There are clear distinctions between the roles, so there is no confusion. And so teachers know exactly what kind of support they can get and from whom. This is one of the reasons that clarity is the first step of the Thrive model for sustainable instructional coaching. For coaches and coaching to be successful, there needs to be clarity about the role and the purpose of coaching. Clarity about coaching being confidential, voluntary, and not tied to appraisal is essential. I will link to a couple of other episodes that highlight some more important details about that definition of coaching. This is what ensures that coaching is a safe space to grow. I'm going to share more about this in an upcoming Quick Tips episode this season. So if you're not yet subscribed to the show and this is interesting to you, make sure to subscribe now. And if you're interested in learning more about the Thrive model and what I mean about clarity, head over to our website at edurolearning.com/thrive after you watch this episode so you can get all the details. I'll link that in the show notes, and I'll link a previous Coach Better Quick Tips up here with a brief overview of the model so you can dig deeper after you finish this episode. When you're ready, let's jump into the clip with Kaitlyn so we can hear about this from a school leader's point of view.
Sure. So at the end of the day, I have to evaluate teachers. That's part of the role. And so as much as I wish it weren't there, those coaching conversations can't happen the same way they can with our instructional coach, because there's that element of you will evaluate me at some point this year. And so I think one great process I think we have at our school is our professional learning pathway. So at the beginning of the year, each teacher and administrator chooses a professional learning goal that they want to work towards. And they have a meeting with their administrative partner 3 times throughout the year, but we really empower the coach throughout the year to work with that teacher on a goal that they've chosen. It's not assigned. It's really open-ended. We ask that it relate to our principles of learning, but the coach is there to schedule observations, to give ideas, to listen to teachers thinking through how they might move towards that goal on their own, and then ask the right questions to allow them to move towards it on their own. And that's not something we can do in the same way. So I think the coach is critical for the growth of the teacher.
I really appreciate you defining those things. This is also a trend that I've been seeing, maybe particularly in Asian international schools. I feel like it's coming up in international schools in Asia and may spread further. But the trend that I'm seeing is administrators want to have coaching conversations. They, just like you said it, you, as much as you wish you didn't have to evaluate teachers, you do. I think I'm seeing a trend of administrators wanting to step as far away from the evaluation process as possible. And so by bringing in coaching, they're making that fuzziness very unclear. And I really appreciate your clear definition here is that it's hard for teachers to have truly vulnerable coaching conversations with someone who is an evaluator. So while you can have coaching conversations with teachers, you recognize that not that your conversations aren't deep, but the real deep, vulnerable conversations are going to happen with the coach.
Right.
Because she's non-evaluative. And at the end of the day, you're deciding whether or not this person has a job. So it can't be a true coaching. It can be a coaching conversation with the lens of coaching, but Really appreciate that. And so their professional learning pathway, when teachers choose a goal, they meet with their supervisor and then they're just encouraged to work with the coach. Is that kind of the line there?
Yes, it's not mandatory.
Yep.
Because we have, let's say, 35 middle school teaching staff and one coach. So the feasibility of her meeting with each teacher 5 to 6 times throughout the year isn't necessarily possible. But
yes,
yeah, many do ask for the coach and utilize her in that way. So.
And that's a really easy way to understand how schools can implement professional learning pathways. I think in Asia, a lot of schools are calling it PGP, professional growth plan, but essentially the same thing. Teachers select a goal, they work towards their goal. There is a supervisor, but they can also have the support of a coach. And that's where the line is. And it doesn't have to be, that's not very complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. The way you've described it is very clear, very simple, and keeps that line clear between a coach who's non-evaluative and an administrator who may have coaching conversations, but ultimately is evaluating the work of teachers.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this clip with Kaitlyn. What I appreciate most about this clip with Kaitlyn is how clearly she describes the important distinction between evaluation and coaching. These are two separate things, and when one person is doing both, coaching can become performative, which is not what we want. More about that in an upcoming episode, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. As coaches and leaders, we need to be clear on where the boundaries are for each of our roles. This will not only enable us to work better together, but it will also support the growth of a coaching culture and a teacher's willingness to opt into coaching. We have a few other episodes that highlight this key aspect of coaching, and I will link them up here and in the show notes for you. If you are ready to dig deeper into being more intentional in your coaching practice, or if you're new to coaching and you're curious about getting started, join us for one of our courses for coaches. We highlight the importance of clarity in all of our programs at the level that's just right for your experience, because it is so essential to the success of the development of your coaching program and your coaching practice, no matter where you are in your coaching skills. Each of our global cohorts are designed to support you in developing your coaching capacity based on your specific experience level. If you're an educator or a leader ready to learn about a coaching mindset, join Cultivating a Coaching Mindset. If you're a brand new or aspiring coach thinking about making the move from classroom to coaching, join Getting Started as an Instructional Coach. If you're a current coach or an educator who's dedicated to building a thriving coaching program and deepening your coaching practice, join the Coach Certificate and Mentorship Program. Or if you're an experienced coach who's ready to lead, to embrace the informal leadership aspects of your role, join Coaches as Leaders. Global cohorts for each cohort open once a year. Find all the details at coachbetter.tv/learn. If you're not sure which one of those courses is right for you, watch one of our free workshops for instructional coaches designed for your experience level so you can take the next step in your learning right now and uncover which course is right for you. Find them all at coachbetter.tv/learn. Wherever you are in your coaching journey, we can support you. If you're curious right now, if you have questions, please reach out. Please leave a comment below or on the show notes on our website, join our Coach Better Facebook group, or find us on social media at Eduro Learning and send me a DM. I'd love to support you on your coaching journey. See you next time.